Hi, I'm Peter Haddock and I'm here deep down in the South Crofty Mine, part of Cornish Metals, with John Fraser from Leica. John, we've got equipment around us. This is one of my favourites, the VLK 360, but also got the other equipment that you're providing here to the Camborne School of Mines, which is literally down the road. What has happened within the industry and why is it important that this equipment is being provided to educate people?
Yeah, great to see you again, Peter, on another project.
Yep.
We've seen on a few projects around the country, and I'm fortunate in my position in Leica Geosystems, part of Hexagon, to go around a lot of the prestigious projects around the country. And the common theme for me is when I go on those projects is obviously the use of our technology, which is one thing, but the amount of graduates that have come in the past from Camborne School of Mine, which is part of the University of Exeter. And when I see some of our technology being used, it amazes me how much they're chasing precision on some of these high-profile projects. And when we start to go underground, they're chasing that precision even more. And I feel they're pushing engineering surveying to the highest levels of tolerance with using high-end total stations, GPS, above-ground wind control, and laser scanners, as we can see here. And when we look at the problems we have in the industry about not enough surveyors coming in, as we know, not enough skill sets, and it's even more so when we go into that engineering surveying, and you realize that a lot of these really experienced chief surveyors and other surveyors have all graduated around the world, come from Camborne School of Mines. So last year I came to Camborne School of Mines and understood what they do here. And the relationship between South Crofty, the mine we're in today, and also the Camborne School of Mines campus, that blend of the theoretical, the preciseness, with the vast knowledge of education experience of the lecturers, with this area that can come down and show the practical application of using technology, learning the skills which then go into industry. It was a great combination. But they're getting less and less people coming through. Right. So if there's less of people coming into the course, then it's not going to populate the industry going forward, not just in the UK, but these big projects around the world. And we all know the big projects, Hinkley, or whether it's HS2 and what have you, a lot of those engineering surveyors and chief surveyors are using this technology, but they need the skills that they've developed from the courses at Camborne School of Mines. And if we're not getting the future, then how the future infrastructure project is going to be built without the students coming through from these courses.
And we know when we're talking about levels of accuracy, it can be millions and millions of pounds. So the accuracy levels, if you can get them down as the way you can with this equipment, and I've been learning about that today in this mini-series that I'm doing, it really makes an economical difference, a commercial difference, but also getting things done right first time is absolutely critical, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's important that when the students are learning these techniques time and time again and understanding how they can do it, they have to use it on the same technology when they go into industry. Yeah. There's no point in learning it on technology 20, 30 years ago that was made. So, and the technology they're now using at Camborne School of Mines is exactly the same equipment they would go to use it on HS2 or on Hinkley or hopefully in the future on Sizewell and other projects around the world. So that it's directly translatable. They can learn the techniques from experienced tutors who are well known in the industry, learn the techniques on the same technology and then go into real life industry with the same skills and experience of the technology.
You know, and what was really exciting for me is I've met some of those students. You know, they've gone through the courses, and actually what's really interesting, it's quite flexible, the course at the Camborne School of Mines. So they've slightly changed direction, and therefore they've recognised the opportunities that they've got for employment. Now, we've heard from Andy, who's one of the key people at the school, 300% oversubscribed with job offers. You know, people are getting sponsored, people are getting picked out before they're even graduated from the school. So there really is not just a skills gap, but there's also a skills opportunity for people coming in through their graduate and their master's course, isn't it?
Yeah, and the course has been well established. It's a centre of excellence around the world. Yeah. You know, the mining engineering course is well renowned, and we get students on that. What we're now launching, or they're launching, the Camborne School of Mines, part of University of Exeter, is their MSc. And that MSc is specialising on that surveying element for the tunnelling and mining surveyors going into industry. And you can come straight from university, or you could be in industry now, and then you go back to do the MSc. And it's so needed for the industry on a worldwide basis. And I'm really excited that the University of Exeter have put this course on.
Yeah.
And we need that. We want students to come onto it, whether they're undergraduates from different courses, whether it's geography or civil engineering, or they've actually done the mining engineering course here at Camborne School of Mines at University of Exeter. But to funnel that into this MSc, to home in those skills, in this environment at South Crofty, you're not going to get the practical experience. There's no way you can go and get that practical experience of doing it underground.
Yeah.
And our first phase was supporting the course with the total stations and the GPS, because you've got to bring the control down, so that whole process of bringing control from GPS using the total stations. They've got their scanners over here already. Now the next phase is to bring in the scanning side, so they can do the scanning profiles of the tunnels. But that combination of Camborne School of Mines working in South Crofty are using these scanners and total stations in a live mine as well. As it's, obviously we know it's in the dewatering stage, but it's then progressing to get a 3D representation. So you bring in the control from the total stations, and then they're using the scanning to get the profile and the 3D model of the mine shafts or the mine walkways and everything down here. So it's the RTCs, the BLK to goes, the total stations, the GPS, all in one Leica ecosystem, supporting how the processes are working here on a live project.
Yeah.
And then the students are learning on a live project and taking all of that experience using the software and the processing, understanding errors, how to then mitigate the errors, and then take that experience onto live projects all around the world.
And what's really exciting for me, folks, is I can see the enthusiasm of the students there. I've seen the visualization room, which visualizes what we're capturing here, that's also there. And, you know, it's a really exciting thing. And this is why I've kicked off 2025 myself, supporting the Camborne School of Mines with their story and their journey, because it's vital for the industry that we get the skill sets moving forward. And our mini-series is quite big, folks, because we've spoken to lots of different people. So it's great to have you here today with me, John.
Lovely seeing you again.
Great to see the BLK 360 coming in, but also the more investment in the technology that's needed to learn on, so that we can get things right for the future. Cheers.